Live. Just gonna go ahead and share all the links first before we officially get started. Actually, let me go ahead and do it this way instead. All right, go ahead and get things started. I'm actually supposed to go up here. Yeah. Uh-oh.
No, don't! He was defenseless. Something stinks in here, all right? I've changed my mind. This is no dungeon, it's a sty. I said you're the one that stinks, Hamshanks. Hear me now? You all right, Vaughn?
Yes, this is riveting combat. I love it. Yo, what's up, Robo? How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. Just got home from work, so I figured I might as well just continue on with Final Fantasy XII, since it seems pretty easy to get into. It may get a little bit tougher as the game goes along, though, as games normally do.
Now is looking like a good time for us to leave.
Through the oubliette. There's a way out.
Only you sense the mist. Then we'll need weapons.
What did you call me? Say that again.
What? You couldn't hear? I merely said that a lot of you are incompetent fools. If you've the Sky Pirate in your hands, where is he?
You'd have done better, Bagamnon. By your own words, it was the Imperial Army who caught this Sky Pirate of yours. We've done your job for you. We don't require the assistance of filthy headhunters. The Empire will restore order here.
Eh? What's that you say now? Maybe I'll wet my blade on you before I kill Balthier.
That's enough, Bagamnon.
A judge.
Judge? The self-proclaimed guardians of law and order in Arcadia. They're the elite guard of House Solidor, which effectively makes them the commanders of the Imperial Army. If you ask me, they're more executioners than judges. Not a friendly lot, at any rate. What are they doing here?
The Emperor is willing to overlook grace for his more talented servants. However, those that do not show respect will receive none in kind.
Your Honor.
You travel freely through our lands because the Emperor wills it. Am I correct? Where is the captain?
We have him in solitary, Your Honor. We're ready to begin our interrogation.
This does not concern you, bounty hunter.
He's in here somewhere. Find him.
Wedgie, that way.
It's going this way.
What's that?
Time for the hare to follow the fox.
The magics binding the door to the oubliette are quite strong. Too strong even for my talents.
Day's been going good. Finishing up something of mine. Might do a double post in the art channel since I also worked on an idea a friend gave me. Nice. Yeah, I'll be looking forward to seeing it. You're a pretty good artist.
There's a way out.
Look,
Ah, the prison repository of wrested relics and raiments.
So, our things are in here?
That's what I said.
Yeah, but Vaughn said it normally, and you said it in like a smart-ass douchey way, so... A Torlamine ring, huh? What does that do? Half damage, immune to poison. God dang, I need like accessories 5 for that. I wish I could use something besides a dagger, but it's not letting me do it. Let's see, how does this Final Fantasy play compared to the others? I'd say so far it plays a lot similarly to the MMO, Final Fantasy XI. It's not horrible or anything, but, you know, I haven't really played through most of the game yet, so I'm not sure how I'll prefer it over all the other ones I played. So far it's okay, though. It's not, like, horrible. I will say, though, it might be a little bit grindy. So if that's not your thing, this is, might not be the type of game you'd want to play, but so far I'm having an okay time with it. I do like how it warns you whenever you're in an area that you might have trouble escaping in. Not a lot of games do that. Wonder who that guy is.
There are more turnkeys than cut purses down here. I've had my fill of chains. Let's tread lightly, shall we?
Okay, more sneaking around. Oh, well, they're already targeting him, so. Speaking of the MMO, my friend who was into it dropped due to recent balance changes. He dropped the game. I'm assuming that's Final Fantasy XIV, right? Yeah, I heard Final Fantasy XIV was really good, except for Dawn Trail, which I heard was ass, but... Yeah, so far the combat is very MMO-like. I think so. Not that familiar with it. Gotcha. Go ahead and give her a potion, because why not? Potions do give you a lot of health. I'm actually kind of impressed. Boss fight coming up, maybe?
You have grown very thin, Bosch. Less than a shadow, less than a man.
Gee, how long does it take to complete Kingdom Hearts without 100%ing? For me,
How many times must I say it?
Is that all?
I mean, it would depend on how good you are at those types of action RPGs, but I would say it would take you at most like 15 hours.
Caught a leader of the insurgents.
If you're just fucking around and exploring every little thing, probably take you about 30.
Who could that be?
If you want to do like a completionist run, though, that might take you a little bit longer, but it's not a very long game if you're just like doing a casual playthrough from start to finish, only doing like the main stuff.
Throwing it away.
The one tip I'll give you is if you're playing Kingdom Hearts 1 for the first time, pick the shield and drop the sword. You'll thank me later. Because if you pick the sword and drop anything else,
Who's there?
you know, your strength will be pretty high and you'll be able to slice through enemies like butter, but like as a result, your magic will be a lot weaker, and your defense will be weaker as well.
You must get me out.
It's against my policy to speak with the dead.
And that'll make fighting some of the final bosses pretty tough.
Is that so? Huh.
Like, Ansem is a
Glad to
bitch
hear
if
it.
you pick sword and drop shield, for example.
Please, get me out. For the sake of Dalmasca.
Dalmasca? What do you care about Dalmasca? Everything that's happened is because of you! Everyone that's died, every single one. Even my brother. You killed my brother!
Quiet. The guards will hear.
I'm dropping it.
Just fucking drop kicks the lever.
Sky. Spare us your quiddities.
Yeah, but he's a...
A traitor, I know. Stay here and fight if you want. If you can walk, let's go.
You're taking him with us?
We could use another sword arm.
And you have it.
Let's see, thanks for the tip, G. I'll see how much the games are whenever the summer sale happens. Yeah, I mean, I totally recommend it. One thing I'll tell you, though, is if it's your first time playing those games, which it kind of sounds like it is, start with Kingdom Hearts 1, and then go straight to Kingdom Hearts 2. Don't worry about Chain of Memories or Birth by Sleep or playing any of the games in chronological order. Just go by, like, play Kingdom Hearts 1 and then play through Kingdom Hearts 2. And if those games still aren't your cup of tea, then, yeah, you're better off not playing all the other games, because it's kind of downhill after that. Like, I would say that after Kingdom Hearts 2, that there hasn't really been a game that's been as good as 2 that's come out since. But I did like Birth by Sleep for what it was. I also kind of liked Dream Drop Distance. From a gameplay perspective, it's probably one of the weaker entries in the entire series, but... just like the world choices they picked were pretty interesting. Like, you go through the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Tron Legacy, Fantasia, and, like, Mickey Mouse, the Three Musketeers for some reason. So, interesting world choices. It was kind of nice to see them do something different, except, like, maybe one or two worlds, because for a while they were rehashing some of the worlds, and that was pretty boring. Like, for 358 over 2 days and Recoded, it was like, they reused Agrabah, they reused frickin', what was it, Halloween Town, Alice in Wonderland. Aren't I mixed on 3? Yeah, a little bit. I would say gameplay-wise, it's a bit of a disappointment. Combat, I would say it's some of the best in the series, but if we're talking, like, combat along with magic and exploration and just, shit to do in all the worlds you travel to, it's not as fun. see, bronze helm or bronze armor. Okay, we got about 400 left. All right, cool. Yeah, I believe the charges do go down, unfortunately.
Hey, who turned out the lights? One of those?
I've heard of these. Mimics. They disguise themselves as all manner of things, then strike when you're least wary. Some of them have a fondness for energy, I'm told. They gorge themselves on the stuff till there's naught left.
So, what happens then?
It's a pretty interesting boss design. Or not boss, enemy design.
So, let them get too close to one of those conduits and they'll suck it dry. But don't worry, it'll give the energy back if you ask nicely. Sticking it with a sword helps too. Clock's ticking.
Wait a minute. Fucking Captain Bosch stealing my fucking Phoenix Downs like a freaking asshole. There we go. Am I able to equip Bosch with anything? Nope. Well, that sucks. Nice, Fran is level 7. Come on, Bosch, you asshole. All right, very cool. I'll just let Bosch die for now. At least I'm doing more than like 20 damage or whatever. This area kind of reminds me of the Resident Evil 4 castle a little bit. Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about RE4. I will play through it eventually. I just have to beat the first 3 Resident Evil games first. Okay, so this is looking like a dead end. Yeah, it's a dead end. Nice, leveled up. It's so funny how normies seem to always have the same insults. Yep, so true. How you doing, by the way, Arian? Hope you're having a good evening. Or a good afternoon. Yeah, no, like, you know, real talk, it was so funny seeing some of the people react to my last video, and they just, like, they were just very blatantly, like, not addressing any of my points. Anything that critiques the widely accepted opinion is met with normie shaming tactics. Yeah, either emotional manipulation or, you know, calling you a racist or a homophobe or a sexist or whatever. I think people are just kind of done with that. People have, like, istophobe fatigue. Bored, just browsing around, saw you streaming. Nice. Yeah, I'm just playing a little bit of Final Fantasy XII. I've been meaning to get this one out of my backlog forever. I believe flans are better if you use magic, but not sure what Fran is doing. It is very nice that you can actually, like, make your party members do specific attacks. How many games in your backlog? Oh, dude. Yeah, my Steam library is, it's pretty big, but, you know, at the very least, I want to be able to beat every single Final Fantasy game. So far, I've beaten Final Fantasies 1 through 10 too, and I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 11, the MMO. 11 was pretty good, but, you know, I'm just one of those people where I can't play a game for months on end. Oh, shit. Yeah, hopefully there's a save point pretty soon. Let's see, the one I've dealt with the most is toxic positivity. You say something slightly negative and you're being too harsh or just a hater who does understand anything despite you criticizing so it can be better. Yeah, unfortunately a lot of fan bases suffer from that. Series will never improve because, you know, they're just okay with, like, the bare minimum. That's how you get slop. Let's see, you built your PC July 2025, have about 70 games so far. Nice. Yeah, I built my PC back in 2022. You know, I'm still rocking a 3080 RTX with a Core i9 Intel processor. I want to say it's 11th gen. It was pretty fun building my first PC rig, though. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I've had my, like, as far as my Steam account goes, I've had that since 2011. So, like, technically speaking, I've been gaming on PC since the early 2010s, but, you know, I haven't been, like, I would say I haven't really joined the PC master race until, like, a few years ago. Like, that's when I just fully, you know, embraced it, and I just built myself a gaming PC. Probably one of the smartest decisions I've ever made, honestly. Because, like, for the longest time, I've always been kind of like a, you know, I've been into, like, what do you call it? Collecting physical games on console. And unfortunately, it's just not like how it used to be. You know, because half the time, games that come out on console physically don't even have the data on the disc. So it's like, what's even the point? Kind of sounded like the Doom door opening sound effect. Your biggest regret was you didn't get an 8 terabyte SSD in 2025? Yeah. I kind of wish I upgraded my RAM, because I'm still rocking 32 gigs, but if I could go back in time, I would save up for 64, because I really need it, considering the amount of video editing I do. I did get myself a 4 terabyte SSD, though, before all that happened, so, you know, that should be good enough for, you know, storing videos and, you know, having a good chunk of my Steam library just pre-installed, so. Yeah. I think nowadays, like a 64, like 64 gigabytes of RAM for, like, even DDR4 is, like, super fucking expensive. I remember when I used to game hunt for old games at independent markets, the last game I got from there was Sonic Rush, which was a great purchase and experience. Oh yeah, Sonic Rush is great. I actually had that back in the day. Like, back when I had a DS as, like, my main, handheld. You hear a loud sound from the south, the gate is open. Discord plus browser plus game equals 20-ish gigs in use. 32 gigabytes is reaching power creep. Yeah. I mean, it used to be, like, a pretty big deal to have 32 gigs, but, you know, not so much anymore, unfortunately. When I was trying to render my Dragon Quest video, you know, the one where I was talking about why I preferred Final Fantasy over Dragon Quest, my computer crashed. You know, because the video was like an hour long, or like I guess you could say like an hour and 10 minutes long, and I had to render it in parts and then just render the whole thing. So that got kind of annoying, but. Okay, I do not have. Blizzard. At least I don't think I do. Shit. Okay, sweet. Okay, that wasn't too bad. It is kind of stupid, though, that they throw bombs at you near the end like that, but it is what it is.
Mist seethes.
It reeks. Something's close.
Oh, is there a boss fight coming up?
Nice moves there, Captain.
You mean traitor?
So they say. But I didn't see him kill anyone.
My brother did.
Rex. He said he had a brother 2 years younger. I see. He meant you. Your brother. What became of...
He's dead.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so Rex was his older brother. Got it.
I give you my word. That was not the way of it.
Rex, sir. My name's Rex. All I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later.
We found them! What if we arrive after he signed the treaty?
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king.
Feared. They're slowing us
home,
down.
Captain Ozilis, and for my parents.
I will say the audio quality for some of the voices is, sounds kind of fried.
Our king, have you done?
His Majesty was a traitor.
A twin brother. Fancy that. But
Wait, how
still,
do you have a
the
twin
pieces
brother
don't
that's
give
like
you
a
that
couple
much.
years younger than you?
And he
It
didn't
makes
look
no
like
sense.
I don't believe you.
Of course not. It was my fault that Rex was there.
Pretty sure Rex said he was like 2 years older than him.
My brother, he trusted you. He trusted you and he lost everything. How can I believe you?
Not me, then. Believe in your brother. He was a fine soldier. He fought to the last to protect his homeland. Now, surely he fought to protect his brother.
You don't know anything.
Believe what you want to. Whatever it takes to make you happy. What's done is done.
Okay, awesome. I was hoping for a crystal like that. Oh. That's funny. Now Bosch is actually useful. Wow, that only did like 2 damage. The only Kingdom Hearts you've played were the ones on handheld. Yeah, I mean, I would recommend playing through the Kingdom Hearts games. Like, if it's your first time playing, I would play 1 through 2 as your first. And then if they're not your thing, then I would say the other ones aren't really worth it, to be honest, but... You know, hopefully Kingdom Hearts 4 ends up being good. That'd be nice. Because 3 was a bit of a disappointment. It wasn't like the worst game in the world or anything, but... You know, there were some weird design decisions there. Let's see, I recoded 358 over 2 days in Dream Drop Distance. Yeah. Like, most fans will tell you that those are actually, like, the worst in the series, if you could believe that. Like, Dream Drop Distance isn't bad, and, like, really none of the Kingdom Hearts games are bad per se, but some are definitely worse than others. 1 and 2 are usually regarded as the best, I would say. But one thing I'll tell you, I was also telling Robo this earlier. If it's your first time playing Kingdom Hearts 1, I would strongly recommend picking the shield and dropping the sword. Let's see, you were a teenager, so you had fun regardless? Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I had fun with 358 and Recoded and Dream Drop as well, back when I had them as a teenager. Like, they're not horrible, but, like, they do have a lot of balancing issues. And, you know, personally, I thought that 358's combat was pretty clunky as well. I also wasn't a huge fan of the grid system, or whatever it was, where you had to, like, manually equip all your items and arrange them in a Tetris-like thing. I thought that was kind of weird. And then you also had, like, level up multipliers. Yeah. A lot of people will tell you that 358 is like the Final Fantasy VIII of the Kingdom Hearts games. KH1 was on PS2, correct. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 were on the PS2, along with Rechain. Although Rechain of Memories is a remake of the Game Boy Advance game, so... Breath of Life. I feel like Goofy in that Oni Plays clip where he says he wants to join the Heartless because they just look cool, and I'm liking a lot of their designs, like Neo Shadow and the Mecha Knights looking ones. Yeah, the Heartless designs, some of them look pretty good. Even some of the Nobodies look pretty good as well, even though there's less of them. Kind of makes them feel more special. I'm watching this while typing in a BP server. Topics usually consist of declining West and demographics. Yeah, the West has definitely seen a decline over the past decade and a half, hasn't it? A lot of it has to do with mass migration, unfortunately, but I feel like culture is shifting around. I feel like people are kind of embracing, you know, patriotism and being proud of, like, who you are, even if you're white, that type of thing. Like, I have no idea what it is with, like, the past decade and a half and just being, you know, people just being brainwashed into thinking that being white equals being evil. I always thought that was really dumb. White women benefit from multiculturalism. They wouldn't dare fight against their own self-interest unless their physical safety is at risk. Yeah, that's also kind of a thing, too, is, you know, white women are very passionate about, you know, promoting diversity, but what they don't realize is that by doing that, they don't understand the consequences that come with that, which, you know, usually involves rape. It's sad, but, you know, you import the third world, you get the third world. You know, there's a lot of shit going on up in England and Ireland, from what I've seen. And the sad thing is that they don't have the same rights we do, you know. At least in America, depending on what state you live in, if someone tries to, like, come after you and rape you, you could just, like, you know, get a concealed carry license and shoot them on the spot if they try to come after you. And nobody would complain, except for, you know, immigrant activist groups or whatever, but, you know. For some reason, people like to defend rapists whenever they're minorities. Don't know why that's the case. Let's see, how do I change my leader? There we go. Speaking of which, I am happy that that Anthony Carmelo dude ended up getting what was coming to him. Apparently he's going to be facing 35 years in prison, which, I mean, I think it's too light, personally. Although they're probably just doing it just because he was, like, a teenager when he did it. But still, you know. I feel like 35 years is too good for him. Like, the dude willingly just ran into a tent and then just, like, stabbed a guy in the chest. for like absolutely nothing. And then meanwhile, the mom of the killer ended up getting GoFundMe money, like what was it, $600,000 worth of GoFundMe money, and she got herself a rhinoplasty, and I think she had BLM on her side too. Let's see, you'll be departing now. Battery's getting cooked, 15%. Gotcha. Hope you have a good one, man. Killing a lot of wolves. What is a Chronos tier? Go over there later. Wait. Is this like an ultra rare frickin' Yeah, let's probably get out of here. He did like 0 damage. Oh, I see civilization. Let me guess, is this just like a shop depot or whatever? Do we even have a use for the broadsword, or... Okay, well... Yeah, nobody can use this.
thank you.
I'd avoid crowds if I were you. In this town, you're still a traitor, you know.
The Resistance will surely find me soon. Fate's will, we meet again. I would pay my respects to your brother.
You're a fugitive now, too. Stay low for a while.
What about the stone?
Do as you like. That stone's ill-favored.
We feel regret. We sought that stone and found ourselves only worry.
You offering it?
It's mine.
Then why'd you ask? Our regards to your girl.
We stay in Rabanastre a while.
What do you think? Can I trust Bosch?
Maybe. Possibly.
I gotta get rid of this thing. But maybe I should show it to Penelo first, so she knows I got something. She'd be at Miguel's place this time of day.
Let's make a save here just in case. So you were going to tell Ellis this early, but it's hard to obtain Fallout 76 assets. They're very hard to get and grab. Most of it is a bit due to the game's unpopularity, but their player base is very dedicated, though. Gotcha. Let's see, where is Miguelo? I'm assuming you were talking about that commission idea Ellis had for someone to put his character in the live, see, walk cycle. That would be pretty cool. Oh, I missed it.
Vaughn, is it really you? I heard you got took off to Nalbina.
The Imperials will need more than a dungeon to stop me.
You broke out of a dungeon? Whoa!
Hey, try and keep it down, would ya? Penelo isn't around, is she? Out on a delivery, maybe?
Nope, haven't seen her all day. Not like her to up and skip out on work like that. Miguelo's not here either. He went running off somewhere a little while ago.
So much for my big welcome. I guess everybody's busy.
I got my hands full watching the shop, and old Dallin had something for me to do, but I can't get away.
Old Dallin, huh? Tell you what, I'll go see him for you.
Really?
Well, nothing better to do.
Check out what kind of magic there is in the magic shops. Okay, so not a whole lot yet. Could they be in the low town? Oh, maybe? No. I don't think I've ever been here yet. Okay, I can't go through there yet. Huh. The Sand Sea, huh? Okay, I'm running in a huge circle. Where's that teleporting Moogle again? Have some navigation troubles, G. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I was supposed to be going. It was kind of my fault, though, because I wasn't paying attention to the last cutscene, so... Maybe it's over here? I mean, you know, if anything, it'll help me just navigate the city a bit just by fucking walking around, I suppose. Oh, wait. I don't think I've been up there yet. You know what? Fuck it. Let me just scroll back to where I was during that cutscene so I can find my bearings. Okay, I'm at the cutscene. Oh wait, I have to go meet up with Dallin. Okay, that's the old guy. I know where I need to go now.
Well, well, look who we have here. Heard you were sent off to Nalpinar.
And I got out of there as fast as I could. But it was all worth it, Dallin. Here, look at this.
My, quite a treasure you've got there.
Well, you know, I couldn't have done it without your help.
So, there is more to this gutter churl than first meets the eye. Van, I've an errand, a simple favor to beg of you. I was going to ask that Kites to go, but I should think that you ought to do. No, I think you're just the one. There's a fellow by the name of Azalas, and I need you to bring this sword to him.
That's a sword of the old order.
Speak my name when you arrive. That should be enough to get you in to see him. I've made a note on your map showing you where he can be found. Mind you, you are to deliver the sword to him personally.
I will. Hey, Dallin, do you think I could get you to do something for me? I need you to find out where Penelo is. I wanted to show her what I got from the palace, but I haven't been able to find her anywhere. Can you let me know if you hear anything?
You can just leave that to me.
Thanks, Dallin.
And so it is done, but will it be enough to remind him of what the Order once meant?
All right, sweet. Wait, this Indian motherfucker couldn't just walk like freaking 2 minutes to this little area right here? Guess he's just too busy smoking his hookah.
do you make of Andor's proclamation? Are you suggesting they fooled even the Marquis?
What if a judge killed the king, not the captain? That would explain everything, wouldn't it?
In that case, the captain would be brother to a judge. How are we to trust such a man?
Walking Sargi. It takes a real expert to do it. Yep.
Now there is the Bosch that I remember.
Then will you fight again at my side?
You know what's crazy? Whenever the Olympic Games hit London back in I want to say 2012, they had a speed walking competition or event, and we ended up beating them.
Just the opposite. Rex was the witness they needed. They had to make it appear as if I killed the king. Rex bears no blame. The fates have willed it.
So this is Rex's brother. Your words may convince a child such as this, but they weigh far too lightly on the scales for my taste. Our past will remain separate.
Do you not think Amalia worth saving?
I hold men's lives in my hands. I must see foes in every shadow. The night we moved against Vayne, he knew. I will not chance such disadvantage again. I must treat you as I would Andor, as I would treat any abettor of the Empire.
Then what will you do? Hold me here in chains? Some things never change, do they?
Listen to me, Bosch. Your cage may have no bars, but it is a cage. The eyes of the Resistance watch unblinking.
Let them watch. I know something of cages.
That's right.
So I guess we're continuing on with this guy.
Then you know her.
Sorta. We met just before we got sent to Nalbina. I've known nicer people.
Our paths keep crossing, yours and mine. It's more than coincidence.
It's annoying.
I'm sorry. Allow me one last annoyance, a favor to ask. I want you to take me to Balthier. Even caged birds need wings.
This makes us even.
Even?
For Nalbina. We couldn't have done it without you.
All right, neat. If I were a tired, thirsty sky pirate, where would I be? I don't know, probably a bar somewhere. I love vague hints in my open world JRPGs. Yep, just like I thought.
A lot of kids lost their parents in the war. Mine had already died before that. The plague took them both.
I'm sorry. I didn't know.
It's okay. It's been 5 years now. After that, I lived with my friend Penello and her family. Then the war came.
I am sorry.
You don't have to keep apologizing. Really, it's all right. I know it wasn't your fault. I see that now. You didn't kill my brother. It was the Empire.
See, now I couldn't Hope understand that about Snow.
Trusted you. And he was right.
Probably because Snow's an asshole, and he probably deserves it, but, you know.
As I said, a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? What I am understanding is they took Pinello because of you.
What? What about Pinello?
Oh, Vaughn. They've taken Pinello. And there was a note for this Balthier. Come to the Museum of Mines, it said.
It's Begamnon. He was in Albina.
If anything were to happen to that sweet child, why, I've her parents' memory to consider.
Why does the audio and voice acting remind me of Shenmue? Honestly, it kind of does.
I don't respond well to orders.
It's pretty wooden and sounds pretty low quality.
Imperial fleet is massing at Bujerba.
I kind of remember it being like that in the PS2 port too, so.
Just get me there and I'll find Pinello myself.
Who knows, maybe we'll have to start asking people about sailors.
Some business there as well.
An audience with the Marquis, by chance?
Balthier, just take us, and this is yours.
Sorry I keep yawning so much. I swear it's not the game, it's just, I've been up since like 2 a.m. last night, so.
We leave soon.
Right.
Yeah, got the old party back. Let's see. Backgammon's note can only be referring to the Luzu mines and Bujerba. We'll leave at once. When you're ready, meet me in the aerodrome. I should imagine it's still by the west gate. We aren't in Albina all that long. Do be quick. I'd like to save your girl and be rid of this headache as soon as possible. Okay, so that's what? To the left in Westersand? Oh, I see him right here. Understandable. Sometimes I lose track of time when I'm heavily invested into something of mine.
This is the Slough. She airship enough for you?
The straw. You really are a sky pirate.
Well, the headhunters seem to think so. What's a good word? Is she ready?
So is she armed? How fast is she? Could she take the Ifrit?
I suppose I could tell you, but... Wouldn't you rather see for yourself?
Yeah.
Fran, our course.
The shortest way, so Vidor Stonus.
How flies, Boucherba?
Oh, she's free as can be, for now. The Empire took notice when they announced the princess's unfortunate suicide and your untimely execution.
If it becomes known that I'm alive, the Marquis will lose their favor.
I try to steer clear of such things. Right, it's time to fly. And no wagging tongues or you'll like to bite them off.
I will say that the CG cutscenes look really good. I would say that's like something that's aged incredibly well. Like, it honestly makes this game sort of look like an early PS3 game. Probably could have been, to be honest. Probably would have benefited from being on PS3. But, you know, they were developing it for the PS2. Not really much you can do about that. I believe this is actually the area that I stopped. Was the mines area. And of course, Pinello is captured.
You've seen to her feeding, yes?
I have, my brother. She eats well.
See that she does. We need her alive. Balthier's bait must be fresh.
I keep trying to tell you. I barely even know who Balthier is.
My brother! A message come from Ravenaster. The Strahl, she set sail. She makes straight for the sky city of Bejerba. Barely know, was it? Yet Ala Tracy goes bounding off for you. Tell me, how could that be?
That's what I'd like to know. I just met him that one time and that's
Does
it.
that tongue never stop? What if we plucked it from your head? As for you, we need Balthier alive. His corpse fetches but half the bounty. A tender beaten, my specialty.
There's no fun for it if we can't tease out a scream or two.
Where are you?
Easy.
No good, he's not here. Keep searching. This way.
You're a dead man. Don't forget it. And no names.
Of course.
Still a step above Freedom Planet's voice acting. At least I don't hear someone's turbines of a fan in the background when they're speaking. Yeah, the voice acting for Freedom Planet was pretty poor. I know it's an indie game, and they probably, you know, were amateurs when they were doing it, but...
The Lusu mines are just up ahead. Though, I do hear there's not much left there these days.
You're on your way to the mines?
Like, some of the voice acting in Freedom Planet was okay, but a lot of it wasn't.
Allow me to accompany you. I have an errand to attend to there.
What manner of errand?
A lot of it is just
What errand?
bad writing that kind of makes the voice acting seem really bad in those games.
Right. Come on then.
What?
Excellent.
A fifth
Do
party
me a favor
member.
and stay where I can keep my eye on you. Should be less trouble that way.
For us both.
So what's your name?
Oh, I'm Lamont.
Don't worry. I don't know what's in that mine, Lamont, but you're in good hands. Right, Bosch?
Let's see if the shop has float. I think we do need that for when we travel through the mines. If I remember correctly, you had to have float. Okay, well, they don't have float, unfortunately. Had a lot of firestones. I was gonna say, for example, on the Magister's VA has a decent track record. He voiced Nazo and Nazo Unleashed fan project that's really popular in the Deeper Sonic fandom. Yeah, I've never heard of Nazo Unleashed, but I wasn't really impressed with the Magister's voice actor, to be honest. I thought it was pretty wooden. Okay, let's see what kind of weapons they got. I do kind of want to upgrade Vaughn's weapons as much as possible. check out the license boards. Oh, I haven't made Bosch anything yet. Let's make him this. I feel like we could use a guy who knows spears. Fulminating darkness. What does that do? Cause one foe to confuse friend with foe. Hang on. Sorry, got a notification and it ended up being nothing. I do like the Brevin VA more than Murga's. I felt like he knew the role he was given and he handed up to make it kind of entertaining compared to the Murga, where she tries way too hard, in my opinion. Yeah, I'll definitely agree with you on that. Yeah, Murga was way too corny. I feel like she took her role a little bit too seriously. Forgot I made Balthier the Black Mage, didn't I? Guess that's about all I can do as far as my licenses go. Do none of my characters have staff too? No, I only have staffs 1. Maybe I'll have to keep doing the Mystic Armor thing, but Let's actually check out some equipment. Let's see, when attacked, automatically counter with weapon in hand. Yeah, that'll be very useful. Glad I found that. I don't exactly have enough money to get new armor, but I'll probably do it when I go back. So I have to find the Luzu mines. Obviously not here. You think Kingdom Hearts will get the remake treatment one day, G? Well, I mean, I know it was rumored that Kingdom Hearts 1 was going to get a remake, and they were going to replace Tarzan's world with the Jungle Book world, but that ended up being proven false. Or at the very least, the rumor ended up being invalidated for whatever reason. We at least have it was another teaser for Kingdom Hearts 4, so, you know, at least we have that. To be honest, I don't think any of the Kingdom Hearts games need a remake, except for the DS games. I feel like the DS games could get a remake and get preserved. I'm actually not sure why Square Enix hasn't done that yet. Because even though I think the DS Kingdom Hearts games are the worst in the series, they, you know, they're still okay. I feel like people would like it if those games were preserved in some way. Yeah, they don't need to be stuck in DS jail forever. Unless there's some weird licensing issue that we don't know about. Technics, huh? Wonder what this is. Oh, it's a Gambit shop. We don't need that. Okay, yep. This is where we need to be.
The Lusu Mines, one of the richest veins in Ivalice.
Under Imperial Guard, no doubt.
Actually, no. With but few exceptions, the Imperial Army is not permitted within Gujerba. Well, shall we proceed?
If I end up dying, I think what I may do is just grind a little bit. Because I remember this area being very tough. And that's partly why I stopped playing this game, but...
You will forgive me for asking, but you are diverting the purest of the Magicite.
I can assure you it reaches Lord Vane most discreetly.
Ha! You wear your saddle well.
Be that as it may, I have no intention of being bridled, Your Honor.
Then you prefer the whip? Stubbornness will see not only you broken, Excellency, but Bougerbe as well.
Halim Ondor IV, the Marquis of Bougerbe. The Marquis served as mediator at the negotiations of Damascus.
How difficult are the Kingdom Hearts games? It depends on which game you're talking about. I would say, like in general, they're not going to be the hardest games to play. Like if you're used to playing Soulsborne games or, you know, games like Dark Souls, Bloodborne, they're definitely not as tough as those. I would say the closest that those games would get to being difficult is if you're just choosing to play on level 1. And you're doing like a level 1 critical mode run. But, you know, they're basically just JRPGs, so... You know, logically speaking, you could just go for a grind session if you're having trouble, and you should be okay. I will say, though, Kingdom Hearts 1 definitely has the most annoying bosses. Or at least the ones that, like, have the most jank to them. One other thing I was going to say, too, specifically when talking about Kingdom Hearts 2, I don't know if this is the case for Kingdom Hearts 1, but in Kingdom Hearts 2 on the highest difficulty, that being critical mode, boss patterns do change up a little bit. And they're a lot more clever and tricky with their attacks. So if you're looking for a good challenge and you're, you know, used to hack and slash games, I would recommend playing it on critical mode. Like whenever you get to Kingdom Hearts 2, that is. It's also the most rewarding difficulty too, because it basically just cuts your HP in half, and you know, you basically have to think a little bit more outside the box. If you're not using magic, if you're just trying to hit everything with your Keyblade to win, you're gonna have a bad time. Shit. So the harder mode actually changes stuff instead of just more HP and damage for bosses and enemies. Yeah, basically. So I would say once you get to Kingdom Hearts 2, you know, if you're used to, you know, hack and slash games, probably just crank it up to critical mode at first. Or if that ends up being too difficult, then I would say either go proud or standard, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I've beaten that game multiple times in my life, but you know, I just think that standard mode is just way too easy. Like, it's almost like you're not even playing a game if you're playing it on standard. Wait a minute. I'll see if I have what it takes to be a Keyblade warrior like Yuji. Yeah, I mean, the series is definitely great. For the most part. Some games are a little bit iffy. If you ever choose to binge through all of them. But I would say if you play through Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 and, you know, they're still not your thing, then, you know, they're just not going to be your thing. One thing I will tell you, though, is if you do have a good time with Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 and you do want to continue on with the franchise, get prepared for some of the worst storytelling you'll ever see in your entire life. Like, you know, even as someone who's a fan of the franchise and has grown up with the games, has played them all, the story, especially after Kingdom Hearts 2, just becomes irredeemable. Like, it was complicated as fuck when it got to Kingdom Hearts 2. But, like, once you get to Dream Drop Distance, it's like, nothing just makes sense anymore. I'm not gonna spoil, what happens in case you, want to experience it for yourself, but, yeah. Dream Drop Distance has some of the worst, plot points that get introduced. Not really gonna go into more detail than that. Kingdom Hearts 1 story is fine, though. Like, it's pretty much your typical standard, you know, boy ends up becoming the chosen warrior and stops the great evil. You know, if you know what that type of story is, then, you know, maybe not too many surprises there. And that's what I've heard about the series, the really complex lore. I mean, it's not even really just that it's complex, it's just a bad story once you get to a certain point. Like, the first couple of games in the franchise are really complex, but once you kind of connect the dots, it begins to make more sense. But after a while, it's just like, you know, so many asspulls game tries to throw at you. Let's try going this way.
At your best.
Ah, shit. Okay, Chronos tier is just removing slow and stop from an ally. That helps. Oh, shit. Okay. Yep, Van dies again. Shame. Oh, kick ass. And I have no way to revive Van. Nope. That sucks. Let's try fire. You already reminded G, there's a Kingdom Hearts reference in Dark Souls 2. There's a key item for a quest called the Key of Embedded, a literal keyblade you can use as a weapon. You sadly can't upgrade it though. Really?
At your best.
Yeah, that I didn't know. Yeah, I should beat a Dark Souls game at some point. The only thing that kind of keeps me from playing games like that is just how easy it is to get lost in those types of games. And it's like, if you're not really keen on finding every little secret, you're just not going to be able to progress. And, like, that's not me trying to say that those games are bad at what they do. It's just not really my type of game to just be, like, wandering around and hitting every little thing just to see if it unlocks a pathway to the next, progression flag, I guess you could call it. You know what, let's just keep moving. Because it seems like this area is just nothing but spawning enemies. God dang it. Yeah, I might have to grind a little bit in this area if I keep dying. I'm sure me not buying equipment probably was what helped me die a lot quicker, too. A nice got a 16 chain. I have no idea what that does, but I'm assuming that's good. See, I'm a veteran of the series, and yeah, the game suddenly tells you where to go and what to do, so, don't any shame, look up where to go. I did it to the worst one, is doing the NPC quests in the Souls games. Yeah, I mean, I know that the Dark Souls games are really good games, and, again, I'm not trying to, like, shame those games or say that they're bad, but yeah, I feel like with that genre, there are some games that do it right. Like, I've been playing Mina the Hollower recently, and that's a Souls-like, but, because it's a Game Boy Color game, it's a lot it's basically a lot easier to figure out, where to go and, what to look for, because it's a Game Boy Color game, so everything looks a little bit more simple. So it's a lot easier to spot out certain things. And, as far as other Souls-like games go, I thought Black Myth Wukong was really good, but that game's a lot more linear with its progression. Like, you can branch out, you can explore different areas, so it's not like, you're just going in a straight line or a hallway or whatever. But,
So, where did you hear this fairy tale about Nethicite? And where did you get that sample you carry?
it's pretty easy to figure out how to progress to the next part of the game that the game wants you to go through. It's pretty easy to figure out what the main path is, and if you want to do optional shit, then, you can do that if you want, and it's really easy to find your footing, I guess, is the best way to put it. You're saying Elden Ring is a bit more generous with its NPC quest?
Where's Pinello?
We're taking her back.
The girl? Why keep the bait when you've landed the fish? We cut her loose on the way here, and then off she ran, crying like a babe.
Hey!
After them!
Hey, wait up!
We'll not be able to take them all. Fight who we must, leave the rest.
Okay, so basically just run away. Wait, do I go up? No. I'm being stupid. You will probably like Elden Ring a bit more since it's way less linear and encourages you to explore the world. I did put about like 10 or 20 hours into Elden Ring, and I just kept getting lost. Like, I kept finding a bunch of little caves that led me to nowhere. Who knows? Maybe I'll give that game another shot someday, but as of right now, no. God damn it. Yeah, I need to grind for a little bit. And then after I grind, I'll probably call it quits, but... Was that an autosave? Yeah, that seems like an autosave. Also, what's up, Pip911? Picture this made Clona for the the Game Boy, and you realize there's no one buying it. That's when you just release your game on the same day as 9/11. What do? I'm assuming that's a Running Shine reference. Good channel, by the way. I like his content. I wish he would upload more, but... He's probably busy doing other things. I know he was supposed to do a review on, what was it, The World Ends With You for the DS, but... Who knows if he'll ever upload it, because it's been a year or two since he said he was working on it. I've already seen this.
Hey, wait up!
We'll not be able to take them all. Fight who we must, leave the rest.
Oh, shit. And that is a dead end. Awesome. Picture this. You release Dead Space into the world and realize people are buying just not as much as they are buying another game. That when you release your game the same day as Saints Row 2. Yeah, it's kind of a shame what happened to that franchise, honestly. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to just reload from my last save and just grind a little bit. But I was gonna say that I heard Dead Space 1 is really good, and so was Dead Space 2. And then Dead Space 3, a lot of people were mixed on because it was more of an action game rather than a horror game. And then, you know, of course, by that point, it got bought out by EA, and then they shut down the studio that made it. Or, you know, like EA bought out the studio and shut it down. Yeah, like, they killed it, revived it again just to kill it for Battlefield 6. Yeah, I remember Battlefield, there was one Battlefield game, I think, that came out in 2022 that was really bad. It was so buggy that you could hit somebody 20 times and it still wouldn't kill them. Yeah, let's just kill a couple enemies and then save. Kill a couple enemies and save, and then we'll just sell all the loot and see what kind of armor we can get. Fun fact about Saints Row 2, there was a guy who did a patch to fix the PC port, and it got Volition's attention, but sadly it was never put into the game, and the guy passed away. That's sad. Yeah, I know one of my friends, he was trying to get into Saints Row 2, and yeah, he had to use the patch in order to make it work. You were thinking of Battlefield 2042, which was released in 2021? Gotcha. Yeah, I knew it was somewhere around there. During the pandemic. Did they ever release a new Battlefield after that, or did they just put the series on ice for now? Okay, I can't stray too far from the path here. Six was the Battlefield game to come out after 2042? Gotcha. Yeah, Battlefield definitely has a couple of hits and misses, don't they? I know Battlefield 3 was supposed to be really good. And then they released Battlefield, what was it, Hardline? And then they released Battlefield 1, which I heard people said was pretty good. And then Battlefield 5, not so much. To give you an idea of how bad 2042 was at launch, it didn't have a scoreboard, really. The only bad Battlefield is 2042. I heard Battlefield 5 was really bad, at least with its main campaign. They tried to throw in this, I think, black soldier with a robotic arm in a realistic, you know, game about World War II. And then Angry Joe threw a hissy fit about it because he's like, I don't understand why fans are so upset. It's like, you know, the game is based on World War II. It's advertised as supposed to be like a realistic setting. You know, there were no black female cyborgs in World War II, contrary to Angry Joe and the game director's beliefs. Again, you know, this is just something I've heard. You know, I've never actually really played a Battlefield game. It was just something I kind of heard on the periphery. Battlefield 1 is great. So much effort was put into that game when you watch the behind the scenes of its development. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I know Battlefield 1 was like, what, based on World War II? Or, no, World War 1, excuse me. Battlefield 5 is really good. The problem was they thought it was a good idea to make a trailer featuring a woman with a prosthetic arm in World War II as a sniper. Yeah, I mean, I heard a lot of people complain about it back in the day. I'm sure the multiplayer was fine, though, and that's usually what people play those games for anyway. That was really loud for no fucking reason. Whatever, explosion I walked over. That was really good audio mixing on, whoever remastered this game. Whoever's in charge of the audio mixing for the remaster of this game, good job. I got flashbanged for no fucking reason. Speaking of first-person shooters, I should probably play through Doom 64 at some point. Maybe after this. Like, after I'm done beating this game, I'll load up Doom 64, just because I beat Doom 1 and 2 a while back. My favorite thing about Battlefield 5 was being able to play as a black woman in World War II fighting off guys with katanas. Yeah, and then a UFO shows up. Yeah, that was my favorite part of World War II. Reading up about it was the frickin' UFOs. Oh wow, she fucking shames you for walking back. Okay. See, how much gil do I have? 381? Okay. Oh, nice. I leveled up. He leveled up. I have no idea how much bone fragments are worth, but I'll take them. I think this might be a stronger enemy. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe he had Protect casted on him, and that's why. Wait, is this a dead end? My only real problem with Battlefield 5 is the World War II setting at the time. I was getting sick only being able to play either a World War II shooter or a futuristic shooter. I just wanted a modern day shooter. Yeah, I remember those two tropes being very common for that genre. To be honest, I was sick of it back in 2013 and 2012 when that was a popular thing. Like, a lot of people will say that the Call of Duty games were best on the 360 and the PS3, like during that time frame. But I've always thought that first-person shooter games in general were just like, I don't know, just didn't really interest me all that much. I wasn't really a fan of like the gritty, photorealistic, military-based first-person shooters. Not really my cup of tea. Also, they're like really linear too, and the campaigns only take like 3 hours to beat max. And then what happens when the game stops being supported? You know, the multiplayer goes away, and it's pretty much just left to the PC community to keep it alive. Yeah, I've never really been a fan of live service games, even when I was a kid growing up. I've always just played kind of games like this, but, you know, that's fine. Everybody has preferences. Let's see, Robo's saying, wonder what Disney Worlds are going to be in Kingdom Hearts 4. Hopefully it's good ones. Yeah, personally, I'm hoping for Song of the South. Hopefully we'll end up on there. Pulp Fiction, maybe. What About Bob, mayhaps? That was made by Touchstone Pictures, which is owned by Disney. Dude, Where's My Car is also another world I'd like to see. You know, that was made by Fox, which, again, is owned by Disney now. see. What other worlds do I want Kingdom Hearts for? If they ever do a Turning Red world, I hope it ends up being like how it is in the frickin', you know, video I made a couple months ago. That would be kind of funny, unironically. I'm sure they actually might do a Jungle Book movie. World. Can't believe they hadn't done that one yet. They almost did it for Birth by Sleep. So that almost became a thing, but... They were also originally going to do a Fantasia 2000 world, but that ended up being scrapped. We'll probably get Princess and the Frog instead of Song of the South. Rip Uncle Remus, he was a real one. Yep. Yep, we're never going to have, you know, Uncle Remus tell us a story and have it be an animated place for Sora to travel to. I mean, like, I'm going to be real with you guys. I did watch Song of the South a few years ago just to, you know, like out of curiosity to see if it was just as racist as people were claiming it was. You know, it's, I mean, it was fine, honestly. Like, it's basically just a movie. Like, the only racist thing that you could say about the movie that I saw was just, like, the setting. You know, it's a movie that takes place on a southern plantation in the 1800s, and you know, the movie itself was made in the 1940s. It's, you know, there might be a couple of things that haven't aged well, but, like, if you showed it to your kid, I don't think they'd become, like, a nasty little racist over it. Is there no way for me to get rid of this slow? No. Okay, cool. We've already seen this.
Hey, wait up.
It's of the times, yeah. And, you know, contrary to what a lot of the wokies say, there are a lot of movies coming out today and even like a few years ago that just aren't going to age well. You know, they like to pretend that they're the future and, you know, they're going to be fighting for progress and everything that they make and enjoy won't be, you know, like it'll all last forever and it'll be evergreen and it'll age well. And yeah, I mean, you're basically already seeing some of that be disproven. Yeah, let's fucking get out of here. Yeah, I'm just gonna run the hell out of here. God dang it. This is actually very tense. Holy shit. I know they want you to run away, but holy fuck.
It would not seem they follow. We've lost them.
Okay, good.
Much more running about with Bunga at my heels, and I'm apt to give up Sky.
I was actually going to run away back here anyway, so it works. I was going to say, well, this might be a good spot to grind in if I feel like going back to it. I would be interested if Kingdom Hearts 4 will finally do a Star Wars world. Some people wanted it in 3, but I think Anakin's story could fit with Kingdom Hearts. Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, despite some of the jokes I made in that video, you know, where I was talking about the worlds I wanted to see in Kingdom Hearts 4, I feel like Revenge of the Sith could work. And there is actually a lot of evidence to suggest that there is going to be a Star Wars world in Kingdom Hearts 4, because based on some of the early footage that was shown off back in 2022 when the game got announced, there were some areas that looked like it took place on Andor. So, it would be very, very likely that we'll see some Star Wars.
That's no Lamont. Larsa Ferina Solidor, fourth son to Emperor Gramis and brother to Vayne.
Personally, though, I'm hoping we actually see some older shit pop up, too.
Not worry. I believe he will treat her well.
That was one of the things I was disappointed about in Kingdom Hearts 3, was just, yeah, there was a lot of Pixar and a lot of modern shit. You know, throw in an oldie. You know, throw in something that nobody would expect. Hell, you know what? I'll even take an Aristocats world, honestly.
Marquis Andor announced my execution 2 years ago. If news of my survival were to spread, the Marquis may find his position compromised.
The men he's been funding bear little love for the Empire. They won't be thrilled to discover that rumors of your death were, in fact, greatly exaggerated. If we were to raise a clamor to that effect, we might just get their attention.
Nothing to it. I'll just go around town spreading the word. How about this? I'm Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca.
No, you're not. You're Vaughn.
Well, what do you think?
That certainly qualifies as a clamor. All right, Vaughn, get to it. For the girls' sake, eh? Oh, and the more people around to witness your little performance, the better. If we're going to reach the Marquis, it's up to you. We'll be waiting here if you need us.
Don't listen to Andor's lies. I'm the Bosch von Ronsenberg. Don't listen to Andor's lies.
I could see an Incredibles world kind of working. Not sure what could happen in it, though, but I think there could be fun mechanics for it. Yeah, it would be fun fighting Syndrome.
Don't listen to Ondor's lies.
And I could see that little orbular robot being a mini boss.
I'm the Bosch von Ronsenberg.
Visually, I think The Incredibles is aged pretty well, I'd say.
Don't listen to Ondor's lies. I'm Captain Bosch.
As far as other Pixar worlds go, I could see maybe Coco. I know that's a more modern one, but...
Bosch lives.
Oh.
I'm Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca.
Yeah, Coco could work, just because there's a lot of interesting places in that movie that you could explore.
I'm Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca. I'm the Bosch von Ronsenberg. I'm the Bosch von Ronsenberg. I'm Captain Bosch. I'm the Bosch von Ronsenberg. I'm the Bosch von Ronsenberg. I'm Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca.
Visual-wise, that could be cool. I'm just not a fan of the skeleton designs. The Book of Life skeletons are way more better. Yeah.
The Bosch von Ronsenberg.
Like, as far as the environments go, I could see Coco working, but... I'm not gonna risk it.
I'm Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca. Bosch lives.
So I don't think I'm supposed to say anything close to these soldiers. That's like the little gimmick.
The Bosch von Ronsenberg.
I have to let that guy pass through.
I'm Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca. Bosch lives. I'm Captain Bosch. I'm Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca. Don't listen to Ondor's lies. Bosch lives.
I've already talked to him.
I'm Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg of Dalmasca.
Okay, nice. Thrown back in prison, huh?
Says he's Captain Bosch, he does.
Maybe not.
Pass for the king.
I knew you weren't no captain. That was a mean trick to be playing.
If a trickery attended, it would end well enough. But why this boy? And why Captain Ronsenberg? An explanation is due, and I will hear it. The Empire's hounds grow passing bold indeed.
A shame if they learnt the Marquis trafficked with the likes of you. Agents masquerading as guides, a hideout at the back of a tavern? Not exactly earning high marks for originality, are we?
Now you've done it.
So Bosch von Ronsenberg does yet live.
So Vaughn really is all right. I didn't think I'd ever get to see him again.
You will join him soon. And until then, I shall see that you are kept from harm.
Thank you.
I am troubled. The Rabanastre Imperial Guard appear to have overstepped their bounds. I intend to speak on this with the Consul.
What?
Vane Solidor, the Consul, is my brother. The first duty of the Consul is to maintain order in Dalmasca. My brother is not one given to failure. Perhaps things aren't going as well as they might be, but give him a little time and he will put things to rights. Be not troubled. My brother is a remarkable man.
He frightens me.
Why?
I'm sorry. He is your brother. It's just, you don't understand how much we lost to the war. My friends, my parents.
So you fear the Empire? Listen to me. The men of my family, we are taught to place the needs of others before those of our own. I will see that you are kept from harm. It is my duty to House Solidor.
But how? How can I trust you?
Because I give you my word. My brother would do no less.
I knew there must be more to it.
One thing I will say about this game so far, a lot of cutscenes.
To see the Marquis's face.
Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I have noticed that I am kind of watching this game play out a lot more than I'm playing it.
How say you, my lord?
Maybe it's just because I'm still in like the first few hours of the game, but
I shall arrange a meeting with the Marquis.
you know, so far it's very cutscene heavy. Okay, maybe I found a good spot to... I think what I may do is I'll shop around for a minute. Oh, well, I have to go to the armor shop anyway, so... I know, maybe I don't. But we're gonna go to the armor shop right now. Let's see. Okay, not a whole lot of options here. So you fully consume user's MP, changing one's ally HP to 10 times that amount. Reduces magic MP cost by 10%. Okay. Green magic 1. Okay, now let's actually see what we can equip. Okay, here we go. We'll just give that to Vaughn. Okay, yeah. I think what I'll do is I'll probably grind for a while before I stream this game next, and then hopefully by that point my party will be ready for the next area. Because I'm starting to get a little bit tired, and I haven't eaten yet, so I'm gonna end things here for today as soon as I get to the next save point. I'm gonna wait till I get back to the Luzu mines. Alright. I will see you all probably tomorrow. Y'all have a good one.